Check, check. Hello. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome one more week to the live stream. This is Machine Intelligence for Designers with Nono Martinez Alonso, which is myself. And this week we have a quite a different topic. It's not necessarily machine learning, but we're going to be using it here on the editing side of the live stream and the YouTube channel to upload new videos more frequently, hopefully. I'm looking to learn how to use the YouTube API, the Python API, to upload videos automatically. That way, we're going to be able to do a lot more things on the channel, hopefully, to bring you more content. It's quite late here in Spain today, later than usual at least. I think we're not going to have too much time today, but let's see where we can go. Let's get started and see what we can do. I will. Let me see. Okay, I will ask you to let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. And as always, if you're there, please give us a like to show support for the channel and for the work that I'm doing here with the live stream. And make sure to subscribe if you want to go, if you want to get notified when I go live next or when I upload new videos, which hopefully is really soon. You can join us and chat with us on Discord. There are invites in this screen, so feel free to get the URL or the QR code. And this is a really old live stream. This shouldn't be here, so things that happen live. Last week, we actually looked at habits and passion projects. That was a Getting Simple episode recorded live, which is actually, and I'm going to show you now, that is actually somewhere here. So if you go to Getting Simple podcast, this is the latest episode, Habits and Passion Projects. I'm happy to share with you that this is edited and released. It's cut down to 40 minutes. As always, we have episode notes, we have chapters, and a new feature that I might have shown last week is that for people who are subscribed to the newsletter, you're going to get this email every time that we release a new episode. And I really like this thing that we did, that is, you would get the chapters here, and when you click each of them, it directly redirects you to the YouTube video in that timestamp. So for example, if we go to knowledge anxiety, you can see that at the bottom of the screen, right? And I think what's common in all of these experiments is that the fast pace at which, yes, so basically what happened is that we got located in the knowledge anxiety timestamp directly from the newsletter email, right? Which I think is pretty cool. All right, and as always, if you want to send any questions to that episode or any previous episodes, do that at gettingsimple.com/ask, and please send us a voice note. Thanks, Rob, for connecting live from US Midwest and letting me know that it sounds good. And okay, I said to myself last week that I was going to review these things. I'm not doing a great job with this part of the goals, right? With the intro machine intelligence course and the community. We've done QAs on the podcast, and I've done a podcast live, which I think it was good, but we haven't really done anything on the machine intelligence for designers course. I mean, I've been sort of studying, going through models live, training things, but we haven't progressed a lot on this end or this end, right? Or the build a collaborative AI sketching platform. We left that aside a while ago, and this is what I'm focusing on at the moment, the delegate video post processing. I want to learn how to use the API, how teach other people to edit videos with Descript. And yeah, I mean, we need better organization so I can focus on creating content for both of the two projects, the live stream AI sketching platform and the intro machine intelligence course, which it's low. Okay, what are we gonna do today? I don't have slides for this, but I would say we can create a title slide for this. Maybe here. So upload. So YouTube upload Python. Wait 1 second. YouTube upload Python API. Automatic video upload. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need that. All right. Great. So let's record an intro slide as always. And for the people, so let's do marker. Maybe I'll do it as I've been doing lately. So marker, YouTube upload cover. Hi everyone, it's Nono here, and this is a hands-on overview on how to upload videos to YouTube using the Python API. This will allow you to automate the uploading of videos you have on your computer or maybe on a server, maybe videos that are auto-generated or maybe videos that you just have locally to your YouTube account. All right, let's dive in and see how this works. Okay, and I'm gonna record an outro just in case this gets somewhere. All right. Okay, so that was the overview on how to upload videos to YouTube. I hope that was useful, and I hope to see you next time. Feel free to like the video if you enjoyed this content and to subscribe if you want to get notified when I upload future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, so dinner with Ansar. Hello. So we're getting a new guest who hasn't connected before. So hello, where are you connecting from? Dinner with Ansar. All right, so this was the cover, and I can close Keynote now. And as I said, I don't have a lot of time today. So let's get going directly with this, and feel free to drop any. So let me change views here. So feel free. Oh, I don't have a background today. Everything's black. Feel free to drop any questions related to today's live stream or to anything else on the live chat. I see there's a few people connected with us, or you can also add comments to the video if you're watching after the fact. Okay, Dinner, nice to see you're connecting from India. How did you found us, and where are you from? Well, I'm from Spain. So I used to live in the United States some time ago, and I'm now based in Spain. So here's where we're connecting from. It's 9:36 p.m. local time. And we're gonna get about to code. All right. So let's get going. I'm gonna set back my background. This is the background that we have been using as of late, and I'm gonna get back here. All right, so I have some notes, some like a cheat sheet that I did for this live stream to be a bit prepared, and I believe we have the channel dashboard. All right, so and this is the live stream account. So we have 0 subscribers here. We have 0 videos. We don't have any videos. And if we go to our, the actual account that we're streaming from, it says we have 1,200 subscribers. I think we have 199. We don't have 200, so 1,200 yet. But we're getting really, really close. And, yeah, that's exactly what it is on the other channel. All right, so let's get focused here and see how we can quickly get the ball rolling. All right, so I have this channel here, and as I said, there is no content here. I just created this YouTube channel, and the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna go to seeing how to register an application. And okay, so I'm gonna copy on this incognito window. And one thing that might be required is that create your Google Developer Pro personal experience, blah blah blah, dismiss. So one thing is, I'm gonna go through all of this, and today I'm gonna be stumbling upon things, and I don't know if I'm gonna complete this because I've just done little tests here and there, but we're gonna try to see if we get to learn how to do this, and I'll be documenting some steps. Obtaining authorization credential. Your application must be authorized, have authorization credentials to be able to use the YouTube Data API. All right, so we have two types of authorization credentials. Great, so we have auth 2.0 and we have API keys. Auth tokens, and a request that does not provide auth token might send an API key. The key identifies your project and provides API access, quota, and reports. Okay, so we'll put that here. The key identifies your project, API access, quota, and reports. Whenever your application requests private user data, it must send an auth token along with the request. And here we say that our application, the application first sends a client ID and possibly a client secret, client ID and client secret to obtain a token. All right, so this approach, the auth token approach, is usually more involved, and the API keys are usually easier to use, but easier also to compromise. Friends blog. Hi, Friends blog. Where are you connecting from? Nice to see you online. Okay, to keep your API keys secure, follow the best practices for securely using API keys. I'm good. How are you? We're live streaming here from Malaga, Spain, and I will be, we're going through how to use the YouTube API to upload videos to YouTube. If you're new to Google Cloud, create an account to evaluate how products perform in real-world scenario. New customers will get $300 in free credits to run, test, and deploy workloads. Managing API keys. Okay. Navigate to the APIs and services credentials panel in Cloud Console. Create credentials. Blah, blah, blah. Is a long string such as this. Okay, one thing today is that I need to be careful not to compromise the API key because anyone arguably could use my account. So, but this account is empty. So if that gets compromised, it's not going to be a big deal. But I'll try to be careful. All right. Okay, so here we have the credentials page. We need to open the credentials page. All right, so the credentials page is here. All right, so in here we need to create a project. So let's see, enable APIs and services, create a project. We need to create a project for everything, right? So it seems like if we go to credentials, we need to create a project. To view this page, select a project. Okay. If you're asking me, I'm from Spain. I used to live in the US, as I just said to dinner, and we're connecting from here, from Malaga, Spain, live. And yeah, so this is where we're connecting from. All right, so I'm gonna continue here. So we need to create a project. And to create a project, I just go to the credentials page and then click on create project. We're gonna have to enter a project name and a location, organization. I don't know if we need this. Organization optional. Okay, so we'll pass on that and we'll call this live 70. So I know it cannot be changed later. It cannot be changed later. All right, so live 70, I think that's okay. Let's do live 7001. And you have to have project remain in your quarter request and increase in or delete projects. Okay, we do that and then we click click create. All right, so we click here and our project should now be ready and created. Okay, one thing I'll do here now that we're live, I have these. Oh, okay. I do have this question on Twitter that says, what's something you enjoy doing outside work? And I'm gonna post that on the chat. And if you have a Twitter account, it would be good to answer it there. So, what's something you enjoy doing outside of work? I have this ongoing question on Twitter at the moment. All right. Great. So I just leave that aside. All right. So we now have here a project, but it doesn't show on this page. It shows above here. Google Cloud Platform. All right. So your project should now be showing in the drop down next to Google Cloud Platform. All right. Great. And now viewing project, blah, 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 in organization, no organization. Remember to configure auth consent screen with information about your application. API keys and all right, so credentials, dismiss, enable API and services, create credentials, I guess, right? So we'll go now to open the, so now click select create credentials, and I'm guessing because I don't remember right now. So create credentials, and here we have either API key, auth client ID, or service account, enable server to server. This is actually another type, so this is service account, and we can add it here. Service account, app level using robot accounts, server to server, app level authentication using robot accounts. All right, so this is probably for automation. And I guess the one that we want to use is API keys today. And we don't have any accounts, so we're going to do create credentials, click on API key. Let's see. So this is my API key, which, yeah, so this is something I shouldn't be showing, right? This is a bad practice. And I'm simply going to delete this API key, right? Okay, let me do one thing. So I'm gonna delete this API key quickly and go. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do that again, right? So I'm gonna do it in the side here. I'm gonna copy the key and I'm gonna delete it quickly. All right, so we don't have any keys anymore. All right, so my key, API key, so you first need to create a project. Go to the credentials page and create one. All right, so we put a project name, optional, organization, and then click create. Open the credentials page again, then select create credentials and select here we're gonna do API key, right? So this is what we did, create credentials, API key, and then that creates the key, right? And we can delete it here. All right, so what we need to do here is take a look at that key. So we're gonna delete it. Okay, so I've deleted the key, and a key similar to this one should be created for you, right? And okay, so this is the key that was created, right? So this is the API key that Google created, and I just removed it, so it's deactivated and it's not usable. But a key like this one is the one that we're gonna be using, and hopefully that works for us with the YouTube API. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna create one and leave it there. All right, and I'm going to close this, and I guess now I have this API key. I can edit it. And I can call live 7001. Okay, so if we okay, so I want to try to show this menu without the key in here. All right, yeah, so hopefully this works. So the API key should be here, but I removed it. So what you can see here on screen is the name of our key, right? Like we can say here key 0 if we want. The key is unrestricted. To prevent unauthorized use, we recommend restricting where and for which API can be used. An application restriction controls which websites, IP addresses, or applications can use your API key. You can set one application restriction per key, IP addresses. All right, so for instance, this is a good thing for me today, right? So if I do this, I can go to my IP. I can get my IP address, and then I can set this as the restriction. So done. API restrictions specify the enable APIs that this key can call. Restrict key. And now we're going to restrict the key. So once created, now click on the 3 dots in the row of your key and select edit key, right? So we've basically in here, right? I've gone to this, and in here I've gone to edit API key. So I've clicked, and this is the menu that shows. So we want to apply setup application restrictions. For instance, you can restrict to your own IP address while you're developing, and then API restrictions, which we're gonna select restrict key, and we're gonna select, for example, YouTube, even though YouTube is not here, which I don't understand. Maybe Google Cloud APIs. I don't know where YouTube. It might blah blah blah. Okay, so API restrictions, YouTube API. Let's see what we need here. What API does this belong to? Google API console. BigQuery, Google Cloud API, service usage. I'm unsure. I'm not completely sure. Create a project and obtain authorization credentials. Enabled APIs. Visit the enabled APIs. Go to the API. All right, so in here, so create a project. This is another guide, right? So go to create a project in Google Developers Console. All right, so maybe this is good. Like we can even copy from here. You need a Google account to access your Google API console. Request an API key and register your application. So create a project in the Google Developer Console and obtain. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so source this and API console, and select the project as registered. Okay, so here we are. And now visit the enabled APIs page. In the list of APIs, make sure the status is on for the YouTube Data API v3. Okay. Enable APIs. Make sure YouTube. YouTube data, but we want. Okay, so I do have here the other link that I saw last time for uploading a video. So data API. Okay, so this is the data API. So this is the one. And we're going to enable this. So note that I'm enabling this for the current Google account, right? In my Google Cloud Platform account. And now that is going to show in here. And if we go to enabled APIs and services, we should be seeing this in here, YouTube Data API v3. All right, so now that is gonna give us the possibility to go back to this menu, and we probably have to refresh. So don't restrict, and then save. I'm gonna make sure. All right. Okay, so now if I go back to this menu, we can see in restrict key, we don't see that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me regenerate the key. All right, so YouTube now is showing here, so I can select YouTube data v3. I've regenerated the key above, one API, so save. And the only thing I had to do is to regenerate the key. So for that, you just go into edit key and then regenerate the key inside. Okay, so this seems like this key is going to be working now. One thing that you can do to avoid showing your key on the terminal when you run commands, you can do this. For example, API key, and then my key goes here, right? And then I can use the API key variable later. Okay, let's repeat that a bit bigger so you can see. One thing that you can do is say export API key and then nonos live 70 YouTube key. Imagine this was my key, right? And then from any script we can do this. So if we execute a command, we could say, for example, bash command sh, and then maybe pass here the API key, right? And that would do something like that, right? Bash command and then pass the key. But we don't have to show it because we can simply put API key as a variable. So that's what I'm going to do on the other screen. So API key, I'm going to set it to my YouTube key, and now I have it. Let me see if this works on any session. Yeah, that works only for the current session. So if I open, if I open a new window, API key is not defined. All right, so let's see, we have our API key. Using an API key, pass the API key into the REST API as a call query parameter. Replace API key with your API key, and then do that, right? All right. Okay, so now we do have the API key and it should be working. We can use a client library. So we can use this with like PHP, Python, or many other things. So I think the one that I chose was Python for simplicity, like to make it a bit easier for us. And I guess, let me see if I have this start. Okay, so we have here the YouTube. So this is the Google API client. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I already have the code here. And blah, 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 restriction. All right, this is a bit disorganized, but I think this is the Google API Python client. Yep. And I believe that we can simply call these commands here. So let's see if we don't have the YouTube environment in Conda at the moment. Conda and list. Conda and list. Okay, so we can create this one. So with this command here, so we can do conda create YouTube Python 3.8 and then activate that one. And we're gonna say yes here. So that is for this command. And run. So this is, as always, we do this in Python. So this is creating an Anaconda environment in which we'll install the required package. We are now in this environment. So if I do which Python, you can see that we are in a Python inside of YouTube, right? Into the name that we put. And if we call Python version, we have 3.8, which is what we requested in here. All right, so now we need to install it. So pip, we can do here pip install because we're inside of our Conda environment. Pip install a Google API Python client, and later we can execute a command, which is Python C from API client discovery import build and then print build, right? So that is just a sample command from from the API client, and we just want to try that it works, that we can import and run. All right, and that works, right? If we had done something that doesn't exist, it will have told us that that model doesn't exist, or that the package that we're trying to do here doesn't work. All right, so, but it does work. And that means now that we can go and we can do, so let's see, projects, live, and then make there 70. And we're going to attach a script.py script and edit this folder. We could dispose the environment as this shows here, right? Okay, so now that I'm doing this, I'm gonna open Visual Studio Code, open our script, and we have to find a way to use the key without showing it on screen, right? But first, what we're gonna do, I'm just going to copy this code and try to run it in here. So let's see if we do Python script, that works. Okay, so now we can go and look at the code. So we're gonna install that package for Python. So we can simply copy this, right? And they even have Python samples. So let's take a look. Well, actually, first, let's take a look at what clients they have. So early stage libraries are also available. Go, Node, Ruby for Dart, and PHP seems to be listed here as if it's not anymore like early stages. Has a bunch of people using it, and this is really promising. Oh, Composer, nice, because I do use a lot Laravel, which is PHP, so you can also use the PHP beta. The Google API client library for PHP beta. Okay, and we can put this here. All right, so yeah, I guess we don't need to look at the PHP implementation at the moment. We have the Python samples, but these can be used Objective-C, .NET, JavaScript, and Java, which is pretty cool. TypeScript I'm missing, but I guess you can use the JavaScript from there. Samples by API. So let's see if they have samples for YouTube, Data API. Awesome. Programmatic access to YouTube features. Okay, so let's take a look. So let's explain here the the YouTube Data API provides programmatic access to YouTube features. And we have the samples here. Docs are in this PyDoc. Are now hosted separately from them, and you can find them here. YouTube API samples. Well, maybe let's just look. All right, so API samples, a player, PHP, JavaScript, Python. Okay. Add feature YouTube. All right. Okay, Python API samples, and maybe we can even link to the PHP API samples. PHP. Okay, so this is the same, but in Python. Upload a video. Let's see if upload a video is here. Upload video. All right, so we already have the scripts. So I guess we can simply copy paste and try it. But yeah, let's just quickly do this. So this is upload video. So we'll simply touch here, upload video.py, and then open that on Visual Studio Code. All right, so I'm just pasting this code here, which I don't like doing a lot, but anyhow, so max retries, there's some setup here. Client secret. Why? What version of Python is this? Okay, let's just try to run it to see. Why is this? This seems to be really, really old. Let's take a look. This is also old, and I'm not sure what version of Python this is, if this is Python 2. But yeah, I guess we can fix that. Okay, so this is how you would run it. Python upload video.py. And then client ID, client secret. Register application with Google so they can use Auth2 protocol to authorize access to user data. To use this, we might need to create an auth. How can we use the API key instead? Let me see. Hello, Nono. Hello, Bea. How's it going? Hola. Okay, so let me see. So I'm not sure if we can actually take a look at, so use an API key with the Google Python API. Let's try to check on that key. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the samples and see. All right, it seems like the normal way here is to have the client's secrets file. So I'm not opposed to that. So we can also create auth client IDs. Let's create the consent screen. Only available to issue your organization, you will need to submit your app for verification. Okay, so only external, because you're not a Google Workspace user. You can only make your external to any test user with Google testing mode. Okay, yeah. So create. This is only in testing mode. App information in the consent grid. Okay, so nono.ma live support email here, app logo. Maybe we can upload one of the profile pics. All right, app domain. To protect you and your user, Google only allows apps using auth to use authorized domains. The information will be shown to your users on the consent application homepage. Users provide users a link to your homepage. Missing domain, none of ma add domain. All right, none of ma. And developer contact live.none.ma@gmail.com. All right, save and continue. Let's see. Okay, add or remove scopes. We only want to be able to use the YouTube. Okay, YouTube data. Okay, let's see. So in here, we do have, let's see, scopes. So you see these scopes are, let me write that down here. So okay, so create an API key, but we can also remove this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put here create auth to credentials, and we also open the credentials page. And the only scope that we seem to need here, so auth YouTube, seems to be youtube.upload. And that is good because that restricts our application, right? Like what our application can do. And we can update here. So that's what our application can do. All right. So select the, so add scopes. For example, we wanted this one. And so maybe they call it like this. Well, whatever. We can leave the full thing. All right, so save and continue. And test users. While publishing status is testing, only test users are able to access the app. Well, let's just put here live.none.ma@gmail.com so nobody else can actually test it. We'll then add test users. And then we save and continue. All right, so this is our summary of their application. And then we go back to the dashboard testing. Your token grant 5 minutes, 1 day. Token grant rates limit how quickly your application can get new users. Your current per day token grant days limit 10,000. All right, so okay, I'm not sure what this means. Once you set your application in production, your app will be available to anyone. Testing, if your app is still being tested, you can set your start to testing. In this stage, you can test your app with a limited number of users. Testing. So publish app to production? No. Okay, so now we go to credentials, and now we can create an auth client ID. Application is gonna be, let's say, I don't know what this is, but desktop app and web app. Okay, this is gonna be a desktop app, and it's gonna be local. So YouTube uploader testing. So Python test. All right, so now we have this thing here, and I can download the JSON, and this is compromising my data, but unless you have access to my test account and my email, I don't think you can do anything. Otherwise, you'll be able to upload YouTube videos to my account, which is not super concerning for me right now, I would say. So client secrets, and also there's no one online at the moment. Okay, so we got this. So this is client secrets JSON, and I guess we just need to run a command. We'll get a lot of warnings that the thing is not formatted properly, but I think we can fix it quickly. I'm going to quickly break really quickly, and I'll be back online again. All right, let's keep going for the last stretch of today. Let's see if we can get a request done. We have the YouTube account. We do have our credentials. I was going to look for the sample request that they were providing to us here. Where is it? This is an overview. Upload video. Okay, so I have the link in here. All right, and this is in here. What? Who is serving this? Okay. So where I wanted to go was not there, but here. Okay. Sounds good. I can go there. The sample script does not do error handling. Okay. And Python 2.5 or higher? Yeah, higher, but it's Python 2 still. They should update the examples probably. All right, so we have here, let's put dark mode. So we have here this example, right? And we can modify this as a bash script in here, so we don't have to be rerunning that on the terminal. I can make this a bit bigger. Okay. So the video file, we're gonna put a video here. So video.mp4, video uploaded automatically. Description. Hey there. This is a test description. Keywords. Let's try machine intelligence. Getting simple. No. All right. So category. YouTube video categories, IDs. So for us, it would be probably science and technology. So it's 28. And the privacy status, let's try with private first. And okay, so let's try this by itself. I think, it will fail because we have a newer version of Python, so uploading file. We can probably just do this and try to change all the comments at once. But there will be other things probably that fail. Let's see. Except HTTP error E. Print error, print space. Okay. No model name HTTP lib, so pip install HTTP lib. http.client. All right, let's see if we can do here Python C import HTTP client. Okay. So we just need to change HTTP lib import from HTTP import client. Is that it? No model name Google auth lib. Right. Client secret. Okay, so it's client secret. Enter the authorization code. All right, so now we go to this URL. Okay, so let's see what we did on top of. So we did this. And what else did we do? We updated, accept, and print statements from Python 2 to 3. All right, so now this asks us for this. So I'm gonna put this on the other browser and in an incognito window. Well, I'll get this. So they're gonna send me a verification code to make sure it's me, and I have to activate my cell phone here, and I get an SMS. All right, so we're gonna put this here. All right, and we'll just select this account. Google hasn't verified this app. You've been given access to an app that's currently being tested. You should only continue if you know the developer that invited you. Okay, I think I know myself. And now, okay, so now this shows the screen that we did before. So this is the thing that we configured before. It says none of my life wants access to your Google account. When you allow this access, none of my life will be able to manage your YouTube videos. Make sure you trust none of my life. You may be sharing sensitive information with this site. You can always see or remove access in your Google account. Learn how Google helps you share data safely. You share data safely. Okay, yeah, and these two links just bring to my page. So, all right, so we continue. Okay, make sure you trust. Requesting access to protect your account. Don't continue. Okay, so now I have to copy this thing. This is my bear token, I think. And now we just go back here. We paste this, and we get more errors. All right, no such video file. Okay, that's expected because we haven't done anything. So I'm going to record this like a video, really quick video now. Hi everyone, it's Nono here, and this is a sample video that we're gonna upload to YouTube right now with the Python API. All right, so we get that video in here. It's 13 megabytes. We're gonna call it, so let's call that video, and let's run the command again. All right, so one thing from here, we need to do this to have the command be multi-line. Okay, invalid grant error, malform of code. Okay, so I'm gonna go again and do the same thing. Okay, boom, uploading file. Okay, so this was successfully uploaded. All right, so this is now private, but this is the YouTube video ID. And now I can go back to my channel dashboard, go to content, and nothing is there. All right, now it's here, video uploaded automatically. We have the ID, which was printed in here, ends in XO. And we have the video, so I can access it because of my account. Hi everyone, it's Nono here, and this is a sample video that we're gonna upload to YouTube right now with the Python API. All right, so here comes a limitation that I've seen before, and this is probably why people like Lex Friedman uploads his videos at 1080, and that is because we are limited to upload 1080 videos from the API. I'm not sure, but let's see, quality. Okay, let's just quickly take a look at that, and then we'll stop. We'll finish today. Okay, so upload a video. All right, so this is 2K video that we uploaded, and it's saying sometimes that it takes time. So HD is processing. So HD is already here. So this is 1080. It's a sample that we're gonna up. So I'll just have to check back and take a look to see if there's like higher quality being uploaded. Okay, so this is a great start. The last thing I'll test is if we can actually make this video public. Let's test that quickly. I think we need this all the time. I don't know, maybe we don't need this all the time, but let's just authenticate again. All right, so now we should have a video that has been published publicly, visibility public, pending. So I'm not sure when, but this, just give it time to process. You think the 2K video, the this one? So this is at, oh, okay. So now it's at 2K. Awesome. Great. This is pretty promising because, you know, we're thinking of uploading a lot of videos and like cuts from the podcast and from the live stream automatically. And I think you can even upload captions. Awesome. Yeah, so we do have 2K here. So this is 2K. And yeah, because the video is just 14 seconds, it took no time, but usually this will take a lot longer. All right, and this one is publicly available, so no views. And yeah, I guess like this is processing still, but yeah, this is pretty cool. So we've completed what I said to do today. It's not machine learning related, but we will be using it, and I'm gonna be prototyping with that account because I don't want to play with the other one for now. I'll close all this stuff, and yeah, that's awesome. And I'm thinking, you could set a start date, and then all of the videos could be released one after the other, with some span of time, separating them. All right, I think that's it. I will put this thing as always. Remember to like the video if you want to support the channel. Nice to see that you're online today, Jean-Marc, that you got some time to play this. And subscribe if you're new and you want to get notified when I go live next or when I upload new videos. It's a pleasure as always. It's Nono here. You can chat with all of us, not just with me, on Discord. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Good night. Yeah, it's late here, huh? Bye.